End SARS. Amnesty International urges Buhari government to punish killers of LEKK toll-gate protesters. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. The Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on Restitution for Victims of SARS and related abuses set up to investigate the shooting of the Endsars protesters at LEKK toll-gate in Lagos in October 2020. In its report, said Nigerian soldiers and police operatives shot and killed peaceful protesters. Now the news in detail. The global rights advocacy group Amnesty International have said perpetrators must face justice after the Lagos State Endsars panel confirmed the shooting of protesters at LEKK toll-gate. The Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on Restitution for Victims of SARS and related abuses set up to investigate the shootings of Endsars protesters at LEKK toll-gate in Lagos in October 2020 in its report said Nigerian soldiers and police operatives shot and killed peaceful protesters. Osai Ejuo, director of Amnesty International Nigeria, in a statement on Tuesday, said the group welcomed the truthful report confirming that the Nigerian army and the police shot peaceful protesters at the LEKK toll-gate on 20 October 2020. The panel finding revealed the truth about what happened at LEKK toll-gate and contradicts the blatant denial by the Nigerian government that deadly force was used against peaceful Endsars protesters, it said. A day after the crackdown, Amnesty International conducted its own on-the-ground investigation, which confirmed that the Nigerian army and police killed at least 12 peaceful protesters in Lekki and Alawasa, with evidence gathered from eyewitnesses, video footage, and hospital reports. A week later, Amnesty International was able to release a timeline of the shooting, which confirmed that Nigerian army vehicles left a military base a short drive from the toll gate on the evening of the shootings and were present when the killings begun shortly after. For the survivors and relatives of the dead, the judicial panel report findings are only the first steps towards justice and restitution. President Muhammadu Buhari must act promptly to ensure that those found to be responsible for shooting and attacks on peaceful protesters are brought to justice in a fair trial. Nigerian authorities must ensure access to justice and effective remedies, including adequate compensation, restitution, and guarantee of non-repetition to victims and their family. Authorities must also immediately and unconditionally release all Endsars protesters unlawfully detained since last year, it added. I am very, very delighted with the last sentence of this particular news article. It gladdens the heart because, this particular incident now, people have not been saying anything about it. I've been saying it, that there are a lot, not one, not two, a lot of Endsars protesters that are still in custody today. Their only crime was that they partook in that particular protest. That is the only crime. They had no criminal record, nothing. They were traced to their homes. Some of them were traced to their places of work, and as they came out, they were arrested. In fact, their family members have lost hope, not knowing that they are still in this police custody. It is only in Nigeria that you are going to be arrested and you are not going to be permitted to call, your family to inform them that this is where you are. It is very, very unfortunate. Now, this particular Amnesty International, compensation, yes, but I'm telling you, yes, compensation, everything fine. But I'm telling you, apart from the above, you should also add it to that what these peaceful protesters we are protesting against, that the government look into those issues and ensure that these people do not die in vain. They were asking for good governance. There should be good governance. They were asking for police to end SARS and end police brutality. A law should be, a bill should be signed into law. Any police officer who at any point in time is found to harass any civilian, not a criminal, any civilian, that particular police officer will face the law. A bill should be signed into law. Not just even the civilians. We have seen videos and we have seen scenarios where even the military themselves harass civilians just because they are in uniforms. So all these things should be addressed. All should be addressed. Now, after that one is done, whatever these people have protested against, whatever they protested that the government is bad, and things are happening. A lot. The end police brutality was just like one out of the many options of things they protested against. So everything that they protested against, good government, that justice should be shown, that there should be rule of law, that all those things, everything should be made sure that it is as they want, as in it is, Nigeria becomes habitable. That was the bottom line, that there is justice, there is equity, there is fairness. That I am someone who has, a big man in the powerhouse, and I am someone who doesn't have any big man in the powerhouse. Both of us commit a crime, nobody is favored. Both of them, you face the law. That an injustice is done to someone who does not have anybody in the powerhouse. That injustice, when it gets to the legislative arm of government, when it goes to the judiciary, they do what? They make sure that the person now who is offended is free and is not under any cause. The person is not under anything. How am I going to put it now? Under any threat from the oppressor. With all due respect, Amnesty International should know that the Nigerian Army is under the supervision of the Chief of Army Staff. The Chief of Army Staff takes orders from the Chief of Defense Staff, who is answerable to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. The question now is, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Hold him accountable. He's the one that murdered those youths. Let us stop playing to the gallery and say things the way they are. It is well. It is well. We are tired of this one because his hand is in all the killings going on every day. I thank God that the UN and America have confirmed it. Fulani rulers have killed many people. Example, here in the southeast, soldiers have rendered many innocent lives to the early graves for nothing. Quite sad. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.